Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review An American Satan. And this is a new documentary from Aram Garriga, and this tells the story of the Church of Satan, which was founded by Anton Szandor LaVey in 1966 in California. And this film starts off with us looking into some of the operations and, I guess, performance and rituals of the Church of Satan. And a lot of hail Satan, hail warlocks, hail this, hail that, hail something or other. And really focusing on this zest for life and a focus on living life to the fullest and not focusing on survival but focusing on thriving. And if you put it that way, it seems pretty cool, pretty good, right? And this documentary looks at this new religion that was started, and you get a variety of different perspectives on this idea because you get the backstory with LaVey and how it was all set up. It's informative in that way. It has a lot of interviews with members of the church in terms of why they're a part of it, what they see the value is of it, and really getting a sense of what drove these people to join such a controversial religious group. Because if you look at it, I don't think most people are going to be like, oh yeah, the Church of Satan, not great. But that's also coming from the perspective of being very religious. And obviously they're not going to be a fan of people worshiping Satan. And this documentary takes an interesting approach in terms of looking at the ins and outs of this religion. And you get these presentations, you get these moments from the magus who runs the church, and you get their perspectives on why they follow it, why this is different than what you expect. And it is informative. It is an interesting documentary, and you probably learn a lot about something that you probably thought that you knew. And it's like you expect these people to just be evil because they're worshiping Satan. But they have a different kind of perspective on why they have joined this particular religion. And I think the documentary does a fine job of being able to convey that. This documentary is not the highest budget, it's not the most elaborate, but it has a rusticy kind of look to it, especially when they have the moments of them showing like the different performances and different ceremonies for the church. And honestly, it looks a little What We Do in the Shadows-y, which was interesting as I was sitting and watching this documentary. I think this is going to be a controversial one, obviously. I think a lot of people are just going to go in and not be happy about this because it's like Church of Satan evil, which I guess if your religion's based around Satan being evil and believing in Christ and God, then yeah, you're probably going to go in with these specific reservations about this film. But if you go in with an open mind, I feel like you'll probably learn a lot about this particular religious group. And it's not the most, like I said, most elaborate or most intriguing or most unique documentary. It's pretty straightforward and intriguing and lays things out pretty clearly in like an hour and 12 minutes of documentary here. So I think it's a fine film and definitely worth checking out. At least it's very interesting in terms of what the subject matter deal with. But those are my thoughts on An American Satan. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.